So I'm just sitting in the parking lot of a retirement home. Oh, there's a person walking. You guys, I'm Christmas caroling at a retirement home in 30 minutes, and I was running errands first, and I got done early, so I'm literally just sitting in the parking lot of a retirement home waiting for the rest of my family to get here so that we can go Christmas caroling. Hi, and welcome to another video. We're just gonna start with that. I think I'll like FaceTime my girlfriend or something. I literally don't know what to do right now. So I don't know how YouTube works. So welcome back to another one of my videos. Subscribe. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be posting again, but subscribe please. Thank you. So I did a question box on my Instagram the other day, and it wasn't meant for a YouTube video, but I wanted to answer them a little bit more in depth. So why don't I just do that right now? The first one, the one that I can think of offhand, was someone asked, why is it so hard to be self-sufficient? This is a hard one to answer because honestly, I don't think that we're ever completely self-sufficient. There's always someone who's helping us out, you know, whether it be a significant other, a parent, you know, like a friend. We're humans, and humans like people, usually. Sometimes I don't. But in terms of like moving out for the first time or going through a difficult situation where you have to make a decision for yourself that you've never really had to do before, I mean, it's hard because it's change. I think that's probably the most simple answer. It's hard because it's change, and change is always going to be hard. You know, I think if it's in terms of like moving out of your house for the first time or moving on your own for the first time, you know, we have been raised by our parents up until that moment, and no matter how much independence they try to give us, there's always that lack, you know, there's always that, you know, they're in charge type of thing. And the moment that you move out for the first time, they're no longer in charge. And I think that that is a big, like, it's a big culture shock in a way. And it makes sense, you know, so if you're having a hard time with that, it makes sense. I know I did, and I know I still will. So when I go back in a few, like in a month, it's gonna be difficult. I know that, and I'm trying to be prepared for it, but I don't think I don't think you can ever be 100% prepared for it. I don't think that you can ever 100% be self-sufficient, but I do think that every single moment that you take that is a little bit more self-sufficient, that's a little bit more in your independence phase, it's hard, and that's just the reality of it, and it sucks, but learn from it. Take your fails, take your successes, and just keep going. Remember that no one has it figured out. Absolutely no one has it figured out, because life is always going to throw you curveballs. Did you see that person there? I swear they can hear me screaming right now. Next one. Okay, for the people who are disciplined in their mental health, overall well-being, structure, schedule, how do you do it? Well, first off, I'm not necessarily the person to be asking. I personally feel like I am not very structured in all of that, and I don't stay consistent with it. I have had multiple people tell me that I seem like I have my life together. I do not. It's nice to hear that people think that I do, but I don't. So just take that as like a little like, okay, it might seem like someone has their life together, but they don't. But in terms of getting it together as much as you can, consistency is so important. Consistency over motivation, because motivation is not always going to be there, and that's just a fact of it. So if I did things only when I was motivated, I wouldn't do anything. Quite honestly, I would not do anything. Motivation comes and goes. Consistency can stay. So being consistent, making goals, and sticking to it even when you don't want to. I am so bad at this. And one thing that comes with consistency that I don't think people talk about very often is, it is dark in here, I'm sorry, is that in order to be able to stay consistent, you do need to have some kind of purpose behind it, you know? So if you have a goal that you're working towards that's not really your goal, or that you're not actually very excited for, it's going to be so hard to stay consistent. Staying consistent is about making a habit, because the more that you stay consistent, the more you do things, it becomes a habit, and it becomes almost muscle memory. So if you're doing something or trying to stay consistent in something that doesn't really align with your goals or your morals or what you're working towards, it's not going to work. It's going to be really hard, and you're not going to be happy even if you do end up being able to be consistent. If there's something that you're really working towards, like honing down to it and being like, okay, what is it that I need to work on to stay consistent with this? What can I do to reach this goal of mine? And then figuring out what kind of patterns or what kind of habits that you want to build that are going to actually help build towards that goal. Okay, what is a way that would make a friend want to stay in touch with me? First off, I would say in terms of my mindset, I wouldn't want to make a friend want to stay in touch with me. Real friends are going to want to stay in touch with you. Real friends are going to make an effort to do that, and you're not going to have to feel like you have to change or you have to like make them want to be friends with you. And that is the hard truth. And it's so hard, you guys. It is so hard. Friendship, any sort of relationship, is about giving and receiving. And if someone's not giving, if they're just not making the effort, if you've tried to talk to them through it, eventually you might just have to let go. I promise you that your people are out there. You should be able to be yourself, not have to be afraid of that, and not have to worry about if someone likes you or not, because that is what real friendship is. So many of our relationships come and go. I was friends with people 5 years ago that I'm not friends with anymore. And there's some people that I was friends with like 10 years ago that I am still friends with. So I guess I don't really have a good answer for this, but just remember that you are worth it. You are incredible the way that you are. And please don't ever try and change to make someone like you. Okay, the next question is, why is fear such a strong feeling? Honestly, because it protects us. It's meant there to protect us. Think about Stone Age, where you were fearful because there was maybe an immediate danger. You were fearful. And our bodies have this, system in place in our minds that reminds us to take care of ourselves. It's there to protect us, because it's there for in a life or death situation to protect us. But the problem is that it doesn't know always when something is actually life or death. Getting up in front of a stage to talk in front of people, it's not life or death, but you still feel fear sometimes. Like outdated our way to respond to fear. Not everything that is fearful is actually a life or death situation. What I try to do when I'm in a fearful situation, when I'm nervous about something, when I'm anxious about something, and I'm like, it's not actually that much of a big deal, I thank my body. I literally thank my body for trying to protect me, but also being like, hey, I'm gonna take control on this one. Thinking about it logically, I'm getting up in front of a stage. It's not life or death, So thank you for being there, body. But I'm going to take control on this one and be like, I'm still going to do it either way. I'm still going to push past that fear, because, maybe fear is such a strong feeling, but feeling proud and feeling accomplishment is also a very, very strong feeling. What is one way to help with stress or depression? Okay, obviously I'm not like a therapist or anything, but I would say that what has helped for me is meditation or taking time for myself every day. Actually getting out and being with people and kind of getting different energies is a lot better. Sorry, I just saw someone that I know walk by. That was a little awkward. Journaling. Oh my God, journaling is so good. And then of course, everyone says it, but go to a counselor, please, because I think every single person in this world needs a counselor. The counselors need counselors. We need counselors. Go get some counseling. It's not a bad thing. It is incredible, and they're going to be able to really help you with your specific situation. Oh my God, I need to redo my nails. You guys, look at this. This is so bad. Okay, last question before I go in to go Christmas caroling. What time is it? We're good. Whatever I do, I don't feel like I will be good enough. Why can I relate to this one so much? It's a hard thing. And I guess this stems from probably moments of feeling a little bit of self-doubt or lack of self-confidence. And I think the best thing that you can do is focus on building that self-confidence. Maybe don't focus on trying to be good enough, but focus on that self-confidence. In the end, it is impossible to make everyone happy. Think about it this way. If you were someone who just kind of kept your head down and didn't say anything so that you didn't get into arguments, there is going to be that one person that doesn't like you because you don't speak. There is going to be that one person that doesn't like you because you don't have opinions. There's always going to be someone that doesn't like you. Things that helped me the best on working on my self-confidence, even though I still have to a lot, would be stepping out of my comfort zone. Biggest one. Very, very, very important. And every time that I was nervous to do something, I'd be like, you know what? We're stepping out of our comfort zone. Let's do it. Let's go for it. We're just going to do it. It helps a lot, and it sucks, and it feels so uncomfortable at first, but it does help a lot. If you're just afraid of how people are going to perceive you, do it anyway. Go for it. This life is short. Go for it. And the last one is, it's a weird one, and it feels dumb, but take up space, like physical space. I'm telling you, walk into a store or into a hallway or into your classroom or anything like that and literally take up space. Like I will sometimes pretend like I'm playing with my hair or something, because like this is uncomfortable to do, especially when there's a lot of people, because I'm taking up space. Like that is not fun. Such a confidence booster to be like, yeah, I'm not hiding myself. I'm not gonna cross my arms and keep my head down. Like, no, I'm taking up space, you know, y'all make room for me. Like it feels so dumb. And no one's gonna notice though. I'm telling you, if you're taking up space, literally no one notices. But it feels like everyone's noticing it. And it's such a confidence booster. So that would be my big one for that. And just remember that you are enough. You know, every single person watching this is absolutely incredible because you're human. And honestly, as much as sometimes I hate talking to humans are incredible. Like we're cool. We're cool. As long as we're not like, you know, hurting people on purpose or something, because there are some humans that aren't cool because they do that. But yeah, so I guess those are all the questions that I'm going to answer. I think I answered most of them. I'm sorry if I forgot a few. Again, subscribe. Will I be posting videos? I don't know, but give it a thumbs up if you liked it, because I would like to know if I should be doing more of these. A bunch of lights just turned on. Is that my sign that I need to go in? Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't think my family's here yet. I've been sitting in this parking lot for 30 minutes. Okay, I'm done. Anyways, bye.